So this video is for usually beginners that are looking into deep sea fishing and not knowing what to buy. So you got these more traditional heavy gears right here, and then you got bait casts. We could talk about this later in a different video, but I'll show you quickly what this reel is all about. It's a traditional reel without a level wind. Level wind is basically these guys right here, right? That goes back and forth as you reel, and then helps you evenly reel your lines. Unlike these traditional reels where you need to use your thumb or your index finger to guide the line so you don't have line complete. If you don't do it, your line's just gonna wind up in one side or another, and you're gonna have an issue with your reel. So we could talk about this later. I want to focus on these just because I think I started when I went deep sea fishing. I didn't really look into it. I just got excited and bought the cheapest thing I can from Pissy Fun. Right? If you look on Amazon, it's like the cheapest ones. But it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's well built, but the quality of the product they use, right? Overall product they use is much cheaper. That's why it's cheap. I would say reel wise, I never had an issue with this. It just wears out quickly. I mean, I had it for about 2 years and I used it carefully, right? But you could already see a wear out right here, plastic wearing out, and yeah, just reeling it in, it's a little bit, it's not as smooth as the ones that you pay a lot more money for. So this would be the cheapest reel that you would get if you're not sure, if you're not like totally bought into deep sea fishing. And then you can get something better, and I would say something like this would be good. Okuma, and it even has a depth counter, so if the captain on the boat says, hey, once you drop, reel it up, I don't know, 10 feet from the ground or 6 knot or something like that, you have a sense of how deep you're fishing and things like that. So it's nice. It's mainly for trolling, for people that are trolling for salmon or other type of fish where you need a line to go out at certain depth, and that's what you use for. But then this is really fun to have when you are deep sea fishing as well. It's very nice. And it's about $100. So I would recommend starting off with this if you want to spend a little bit, but not too much. If you want to go even better, you got these Daiwa, right? Everybody knows what a Daiwa is. This is used for inshore, so the quality itself, I mean, once you hit 100 or more, the quality is much better. There's a lot more metal involved in it rather than plastic, right? Compared to these. It's sturdier and it's gonna probably last you longer. Like right here, you don't really have to worry about salt water because this gear itself is made for salt water, and then it's sealed in tight. So even if you drop it in the water, as long as you don't soak it for hours, it's gonna last you a long time. I've had this as long as this, and I've used it as much, and this feels like a brand new reel. Just looking at it, right? The handle itself, the size of it is a little bit different. The bearing, it has a bearing compared to these guys, not really. Yeah, and then you go pay a little bit more. These are anywhere between 150, 200 or up. Yeah, you get a really smooth, powerful reels. So, I mean, most reels, I think this is bait cast, I guess fresh water, but you could definitely use this for saltwater. I mean, unless you're going yellowtail or tuna, which requires deeper water, or I would say heavier drag, right? I think this drag is about what 12 pounds or something like that, and which is more than what you need. I mean, you're not, if you could catch a big flounder or halibut, you're not gonna get a 30-40 pound halibut. You're gonna get somewhere heavy fish. Most of the fish you're gonna catch will be between 10 and 20 pounds at most, right? So this can easily handle, and you're gonna use net to get the fish out of the water anyway, so you don't have to worry too much about that. And then usually I put around 20 pound line on here, and you don't need to put 50 pounds on it. So you could put easily about 400 to 500 feet, I would say, of line, braid line of 15 to 20 pounds. So that's usually more than enough. It should be rare for any captain to take you rock fishing that requires, 500 feet or deeper. That's just crazy deep, and that would happen, I would guess, when there's no fish in the shoreline and they have to go deeper. But most of the times on season, the fish are in a more shallow area, anywhere in depth of in the shore, 30 feet to anywhere 200 300 feet, right, at most. So this will do enough. But again, this will hold more line, and it's bigger and powerful. So this is, I think, over 20 pounds of drag, which is good enough to pull a yellowtail. It'll be a little bit harder, but it's very smooth. And when you have something and you start reeling it in with the drag pulling, you'll easily pull them in. And you look at it right here, 7.1 ratio, right? Basically means when you do a one turn, this thing is going to spin 7 times. That's basically what it means. So you look, 1 2 3 4. I'll show you how. So this basically means one rotation of this will take this 7 turns. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Basically, that's what it means. The ratio of your reel. So higher the number, faster this is gonna come in on each rotation. Lower, slower. It's that simple. And then you get one of those $500 reel that you pay for. Is it worth $500? I mean, you are paying for the Shimano, right, brand name, as well as it's like a full aluminum or any other materials, and it's made in Japan, right? This is made in Japan. It's well built, it's smooth. It has this clicker, right? Sound. It's very smooth. It's powerful, and it's kind of light compared to these guys that are much heavier. It comes with a level wind guide right here too, so it's well built. Materials are high quality compared to these two. Obviously, that's what you're paying for. You get one of these and you fish the hell out of it for about a year or two. It's gonna wear out. This one you could fish for your couple years and it's gonna look brand new, right? You might have some dent and scratches, but it's not gonna wear out, and it's not gonna have the same issue. So that's what you're investing in. So if you don't take care of it, if you take care of it well, this will last you forever. Compared to these guys, you use it for a year or two at most, or longer if you take care of it, and you throw away, and you don't really have to worry about it. You give it to your friends or let them borrow it. So I let my friends borrow this, especially the beginners, right? And then these are the stuff I would use, or friends that know how to use or take care of reels I would use with this. So yeah, if you guys like this video, I'll make a part 2 and talk a little bit more about it.